Assalamu alaikum. Hello, guys. How is everyone there? I hope everyone is okay. My name is Asil Khan, and I work as an English language instructor. As I had promised before, to give you some information or illustration about the English language history, I would like to talk about its first section, which is English spoken today. As everybody knows, that English is spoken all around the world in different sectors of a government, a country, or an organization. It is spoken in different parts of the world: is Europe, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Africa, Caribbean countries, Indian Ocean, and Pacific Ocean. English is spoken by 320 million people to 370 million people around the world as a first language. English is spoken as a second language by the same number of people. It means that English is spoken a quarter of the people of the world these days. English is known, or English is considered as a world language. Speaking of world language, English, before English, there were two languages which were considered as world languages. The first language was Volapuk. Volapuk was a world language, a global language, which was invented by John Schleyer in 1880. It was followed by 1 million people. It means 1 million people spoke that language. But unfortunately for Volapuk language, it did not succeed. It did not continue. It failed in 1889. In 1887, there was another world language which was known as Esperanto, invented by Ludwig Zamenhof in 1887. It was also followed by approximately 2 million people, but unfortunately, it did not continue too. And after that, English came to the world, and English took the place. English is spoken in businesses, international communication, schools, universities, in different parts of a country. English is widely used in air traffic control and international sea, as we say, sea speak, and it is widely used in politics, and researches and diplomacy and arts. English, there are many, there are many things as scientific researches, medical studies that are carried out in English language. English is spoken all around the world in one way or the other. Um, the basic question is that why English became that popular and why people needed to speak in English. There are three basic reasons why English became popular and why people needed to speak in English. The first reason is a British settlement or British occupation or British invasion in Asia, some parts of Africa, in North America, and some parts of Pacific and Caribbean countries in 17th and 18th century. The British rulers, they invaded these places, and they actually developed their language, and they promoted English language on those territories, and people needed to speak in English. And the second reason is a British industrial revolution in 19th century, which occurred in Britain, in England, and they came up with a new idea, which was industrial work or industrial revolution. So they invented some machineries. So people from other worlds, from other countries, they went there, and they needed to speak in English in order to learn how those machineries work. So they learned English for that purpose. And the third reason is American economy in 20th century. American economy has been considered very strong and very effective. People of the world from other countries, they wanted to start up business with the American companies, or to do business with the American companies, and thus they went there and they needed to speak in English. In this way, English was promoted. And there can be some other reasons too, is multinational companies in the world. There are many multinational companies that work in other countries, but their working language is English, and this way English promoted. And another reason is that there are some world leading organizations. They work in other countries, but their working language is only English. People speak in English with each other, and that's it. English is spoken all around the world, as in Pakistan, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Papua New Guinea, Australia, all over the world, either as a first language or as a second language. English as a first language means that it is an official language of that country. And English as a second language means it's not an official language in that country, but it's a language which is spoken and used widely at universities, schools, and institutions. But that's not an official language. It's not an office language. It's not an administrative language in that country. So there are some other reasons too why English spread to the whole world. Computer